Prescription drugs are an important part of the healthcare system. They can save lives, prevent the spread of infectious diseases, and improve quality of life. Prescription drugs are regulated and must meet the safety and efficacy requirements of regulatory bodies such as Health Canada and the FDA. The current drug approval pipeline can take around 15 years. It is estimated that from 5,000 to 10,000 compounds, only one new drug reaches the market. It can be a costly process with no guarantee the end result will be successful. Currently, there are over 20,000 prescription drugs approved by the FDA for marketing. There are over 1,300 medical ingredients found on Health Canada's prescription drug list, which does not include medical ingredients listed in Controlled Drugs and Substances Act schedules. In 2019, approximately 744 million prescriptions were filled in Canada. Based on the Canadian Health Measures Survey data from 2012 to 2017, it was estimated that 23% of Canadian youth aged 3 to 19 had used at least one prescription medication in the past month, and 9% had used 2 or more prescription medications in the past month. The average Canadian senior, aged 65 and older, living in the community is prescribed 6.7 different drug classes per year, and the average Canadian senior living in long-term care is prescribed 9.9 different drug classes per year. For the remaining portion of this video, we will discuss the drug use spectrum, starting out from one end with overprescription of drugs and moving to the other end with naturopathic medicine, which uses minimal amounts of active medication. Recent studies investigating prescribing patterns in North America are revealing a wide-scale overuse and misuse of medications. A study from May 2016, published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, showed that an upwards of 30% of prescriptions written by physicians for all indications may have been inappropriate. So what is overprescription of medications defined as? It is the action of prescribing a drug or treatment in greater amounts or on more occasions than necessary and leads to an overall negative health impact on patients. A U.S. review study from 2002 assessing inappropriate prescribing in older patients found that 21.3% of patients 65 or older were using at least one drug inappropriately prescribed. Additionally, the 2 most common factors that predicted inappropriate prescribing were 1, the total number of drugs prescribed, and 2, if the patient was a female. So what are some common medications that are often overprescribed? A comprehensive U.S. study from 2019 looked at the most frequently overprescribed medical classes for adults, which included opioids for chronic pain, proton pump inhibitors for indigestion, levothyroxine for subclinical hypothyroidism, and antidepressants for subsyndromal levels of depression. These medications have experienced major prescription increases in recent years, particularly for older adults and for longer durations. So how do medications get overprescribed? Here are some examples of its causes. The disease for which a drug is prescribed is an adverse reaction to another drug, but it's being interpreted as a new disease. This phenomenon is called the prescription cascade and was given this name by researchers from University of Toronto and Harvard. A drug is used to treat a problem that can first be treated with lifestyle and dietary changes. 2 simultaneously prescribed drugs interact and cause adverse effects, which leads to prescription of an additional drug to combat this. The right drug is prescribed, but the dose is dangerously high or refills are given for long periods of time. Instead of the safest, most effective option of drug, the healthcare provider prescribes one that they are affiliated with to yield higher profits. Lastly, what are some of the consequences of overprescription on the overall healthcare system? There has been a push towards pharmaceutical companies spending more on direct-to-consumer advertising. It's been found that the choice of a patient's medication has started to depend more on attractiveness of its promotion rather than on medical merit, which could bring harm to the patient. Overprescribing certain medications, such as antibiotics or opioids, increase risk of antibiotic resistance and addiction respectively. They also lead to increased disease severity, length, and adverse effects, which could exacerbate one's condition and increase treatment costs. Now that we have discussed the prevalence of overprescribed medications and their future implications on the healthcare sector, let us take a look at the other end of the drug use spectrum, which contains naturopathic medicine. Naturopathic medicine is a distinct primary healthcare system that blends modern scientific knowledge with traditional and natural forms of medicine. It is based on the healing power of nature and stimulates the body's ability to heal itself. A naturopathic health practitioner is registered under the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine. Naturopathic medicine differs from conventional medicine in its philosophical and therapeutic approaches in treating diseases. Naturopathic doctors emphasize on individual and customized treatment plans by assessing one's physical, environmental, lifestyle, attitudinal, and emotional aspects of health first. They do this to ultimately find the root cause of the disease and target it using different therapies. So what are some benefits of naturopathic medicine? It treats all ages and diseases from acute to chronic and physical to psychological. It allows patients to engage in disease prevention and health promotional strategies. It is proven effective for improving quality of life for those with serious and life-threatening illnesses. It can be combined with conventional approaches to minimize side effects of drugs, surgery, or conventional treatment. A naturopathic approach can be referred to for patients if they have been unable to address their symptoms on their own or with the help of other medical practitioners. So now, what are some areas of concern with naturopathic medicine? First, some naturopathic treatments can have side effects, especially if they are coupled with prescription drugs. It is very important to keep all your doctors in the loop so that they can make sure there are no interactions between treatments. Also, there exists a public misconception of the profession that it is not scientific or evidence-based. This is indeed not true, as regulated naturopaths go through rigorous medical-based training where they learn to appraise and weight the evidence base as a part of developing patient treatment plans. There is an increasing trend of naturopathic medicinal research shifting away from classical methods such as randomized control trials that determine single best treatment for patients and towards a whole systems research approach. This is done to achieve the goal of evaluating individualized treatments, products, modalities, and therapies within the context of the unique medical system in which they are used. A review of mindfulness research, which is a type of naturopathic therapy, concluded that adapting an enhanced mindful approach to living decreases emotional distress, increases positive states of mind, and improves quality of life. Additionally, a study testing the immune effects of cold water therapy in cancer patients found statistically significant increases in white blood cell counts in subjects post-treatment. Naturopathic medicine can be used for a wide range of health issues. Some of the more common ones include diabetes, fatigue, anxiety and depression, joint pain, digestive concerns, insomnia, reproductive health, and more. Some common forms of natural therapies that are used to target these health issues include botanical medicine or medicinal plants such as herbs, nutritional supplements, acupuncture, prevention and lifestyle counseling, hydrotherapy, and traditional Chinese medicine. In conclusion, this video is not meant to dissuade one from conventional medicine or persuade one to use naturopathic medicine. It simply serves to inform the general public about the differences in both and their clinical relevance in the healthcare system. As an individual, it is super important to seek credible educational tools as well as consult your professional healthcare provider before seeking a new health plan, as well as to stay engaged and informed about your condition and how treatment serves to treat it.